Bienvenidos a otro episodio de Kush Crime. Y presentando your host y co-host,
Sam.
and Ozzy. No, this is not all Spanish. Don't worry.
No, it's not all Spanish. Ozzy just is feeling his Spanish side today.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
If I had maracas, I would shake them. Anyways, welcome.
Welcome. Yes, hello. So today it is not Aileen Wurnos part 3, but it's 90% done. The only problem I'm having is if it might have to be a 4-part.
Yeah, she's been researching this for a while.
I just want it to be over at this point. I'm so sick of her terribleness.
She's been teasing me with a few things here and there.
But it's all right. So today we're just doing a bonus episode. It's actually the episode that we were supposed to record in California with LB, Marvin, and Brianna. But it got deleted because my computer...
Yeah, it went...
And I didn't save it. That's my bad.
Not literally, but hardware-wise.
Yeah, it crashed. So... It sucks, but we're going to still give it to you. We just want to give you a little bit of content so I can finish up and decide whether or not I want to make Aileen Wurnos 4 parts. And if I do, then you'll get part 3 like right away because that part's done. And then 4 will literally just be the trial.
We've just been extremely busy lately.
Yeah, we've just been doing a lot. And, because we work full-time also, so it's pretty hard to get things done.
Balancing life, balancing work, balancing podcasting time.
But we're here. We didn't forget about you, and we're bringing you some content. So first, we want to say thank you to the person that reached out to us on Instagram. I didn't ask you if I could use your name, but
yes, so we're just going to say, hey, special person.
Yeah, hey, you, girl. I could say girl. So, hey, girl.
Thank you for reaching out to us. It made us feel welcomed.
Yes, it really did, and it reminded us that people listen other than just our friends. So everybody that's tuning in so far, we hope that you like it. We hope you're having fun with us. We hope it's interesting.
Yeah, because we're putting a lot of effort onto this. Yeah,
and we see our listeners from Germany. We've seen a lot of people from Germany lately.
We hear you.
Yeah, we see you guys. So I'm so excited that you guys are here and that we can put on some good content for you guys. So today we're talking about a short case, and Ozzy's going to give you the strain of the day, which I already forgot which one it is.
Oh, it's Gelato.
All right, so here's Ozzy with the strain of the day.
Gelato 33 is a hybrid marijuana strain made by the crossing of Sunset Sherbet and Thin Mints. Ooh, Thin Mints. I love Thin Mints.
Me too.
Since its birth, a number of phenotypes have been released, all of their own unique attributes. One of them is the Gelato number 33, a hybrid balanced with compact buds, staying true to its cookie genetics like the Gelato phenotypes. The Gelato 33 is covered in fiery orange hairs, while the buds can be darker but also dark green and purple. The sweet citrus and fruity flavors of Gelato 33 offers an uplifting and energetic high that is perfect for any post-workout activity. Oh wow. Maybe I should give that a try. That's probably why I'm like, oh my god, let's go
right after you work out.
Oh yeah.
And then you smoke, and then you're like, I am comfortable now.
Yep.
And then you just fall asleep.
I just like sleep.
Yeah, which is, he literally falls asleep so easy, but it's alright. We won't talk about
I could be one of those sleeping diseases. What's it called?
Narcolepsy?
Yes.
No, you don't fall asleep like that.
I could be though.
You could just fall asleep anywhere.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true. You can fall asleep anywhere. So I think our goal, remember, Ozzy, what is our personal goal here at Kush Crime?
50 states.
All right, so we are literally halfway there.
So close.
Halfway there. So thank you guys for telling other people about us. And
it's actually kind of cool, that we almost got 50 states.
I know, we're halfway there. That's awesome.
I really didn't expect this taking off like this.
No, welcome.
We love you guys.
We do.
And
my sister is working on merch, apparently, designs for me, so for stickers and stuff.
We might have some merch coming to
Yes, and I have some cute little ideas. And I just have to speak to some people about things, but maybe I could do that soon, and then we could get some merch going.
Yep,
let us know if that's something that you want to do
as well. Upload them on our website.
Patreon, yeah.
Yeah. Or Instagram and just advertise them.
Yep, that too. So yeah, if that's something you guys want to see, just when we post that for this episode, just comment it if you want merch or not. We'll make something up for the holidays.
Can't believe it's the holidays right now.
It's still.
I'm already telling my customers happy holidays to you and your family, which is kind of weird.
I hate that.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's nice. The holidays are nice, so it's just weird knowing that a year has been over.
I hate that.
Hopefully
I'm
next
not
year.
a big fan
Hopefully next year would be better for all of us.
I love Christmas. I mean, not Christmas. I love Thanksgiving. I could take or leave Christmas, but Thanksgiving I love.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Yeah. I could survive without presents.
Especially now that we're older.
Yeah. I mean, we buy ourselves the stuff that we want already.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a bonus episode. It's gonna be quick. Are you ready to jump in?
Dive right in.
Okay. So diving into our case today, Ozzy.
Dive right in.
At the time, I picked a California case because when we were in California, we were like, yeah, let's do California case. But of course, everything got messed up. So
yeah, it was a complete shit show.
It's all right. So this is an old-timey case, and this takes place in the 1920s. So therefore, because of that, there's not that much information, which is why it makes this a very short episode.
Ooh.
Yes. So let's get into it. So Carol Rablin, who is
Carol Lane
Rablin, and he's a man's.
Oh, okay.
I know that you are going to get confused, so I'm just telling you right up front.
I already thought that Carolyn was a guy.
It's Carol.
Oh, Carol
Rablin.
I already thought that he was a girl.
I think we had this issue the last time we recorded this too.
No disrespect. I just automatically jumped to conclusions.
Yep. So he served in the military during World War I, and while he was in the war, a shell had exploded in his dugout and left him deaf.
Ouch.
Yeah, it sucks actually. So after the war, he came home and he was looking for a little lady. So he was.
She's like, oh, where's my ladies?
Where are my ladies?
My ladies.
The ladies. The ladies.
For the ladies.
Oh, Miss Bubs. Okay, so so he was looking for the ladies, and he was a little shy, so he didn't go out and meet people because he was deaf and he was a little self-conscious. So he was writing to people on those Lonely Hearts things. You know, you've heard of those, right? Yeah. All right, so way back when, again, there's no cell phones, there's no texting. You have to send letters.
Personal.
In 1920.
Up and personal.
Yes.
Do you like me? Yes or no?
Circle yes. So he would write ads in the paper, and he would find a woman to write to. So he wrote to a lot of different people, but he didn't get any responses really until he wrote to a woman named Ava Young, and she was from Texas. So she had a son.
Was she young?
She was younger than him, yes.
Oh, the last name fits.
So she was from Texas, and they started to write each other about their lives. So she's like, oh, I have a sister that I live with, and I have a son. And he's like, yeah, I just live out here with my family, and I'm deaf from the war, and I served, and things like that. So Ava was actually a waitress, and she was a single mother, and the baby's father had left her when her son was only about a month old, and her sister was actually her twin sister. So they started chatting it up, and they were liking each other. So they're like, hey, you want to come up here? Carol invited her up to where he lived in San Francisco, and pretty much right away the two went and got married in Reno.
He's like, come here, girl.
Yeah, he was like, come here, girl, let's go get married. Immediately.
I can see.
So even though his whole family was like, You probably shouldn't marry her. You shouldn't do that.
Damn.
Yeah, but he was like, no, we're gonna get married. And his father was like, I think she's after your military pension. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. And they got hitched.
Okay.
So after a little while of them being married, everything started to go.
That's like common sense to think about.
Right, like you're just meeting someone.
Yeah.
You've only written letters. Like, that's pretty quick.
Yeah.
But
That's
I don't know. The
way too
1920s is a different time. Let me tell you.
If people are telling you don't do it, maybe you should think about it.
Yeah, but he was also deaf, and he like really liked her. So he had a harder time.
Yeah,
meeting
but
the
it's
ladies.
like if everyone can see what she's doing.
Of course. But he didn't see that at the time, obviously. So after a little while of them being married, everything started to go downhill. They began to fight all the time, and Ava claimed that Carol was suffering from PTSD and was paranoid that people were constantly laughing at him, which is like so sad, because if people are laughing at him because he's deaf, that's not right.
It's not, but people are assholes.
Yeah, seriously. So one of those nights that like they were together, Carol and Ava wanted.
Maybe I should say certain people.
What?
Are assholes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely.
Just love each other, damn it.
Yeah. Love.
So love everywhere.
Yeah. So their love was a little rocky. It wasn't good.
Okay.
So Ava liked to go to the dance halls at night because, again, 1920s, like, people danced and did things and left their house and did other things. Danced. That was a thing all the time. And so she wanted to go out to dance, and he couldn't hear the music, so he didn't really like to go, but he would go with her, and he would sit in the car, and she would go inside and dance and then come out when she was ready, and they would go home. So she would usually check on him. She would go to the car and just say, hey, how's it going? Just wanted to check on you. So one night she does that. So she comes out to the car, and so she went down to the car and brought her hubby a sandwich and a cup of coffee, just like she normally would. Carol says thank you, and then she saunters back inside of the dance hall where Carol's father, Steve, and his uncle are playing the fiddle and the guitars. They're the musicians for the dance hall, and she was in there dancing. So Carol takes a sip of his coffee. He notices that it tastes bitter, and then thinks that there is something missing. So he's like, I don't know, there's something missing in this cup of coffee. So he takes a second sip, trying to figure out what is missing, and then a third. And then after the third sip, he screamed and slumped over in the car, and he was dead within an hour.
Oh shit, they poisoned him.
But whom? But whom?
That is the question.
That is the question. So obviously the police are called, and they start to investigate the area, and they find an empty bottle of strychnine.
Police work back in the day must have been hard as shit.
Have you ever played L.A. Noire?
No, I've heard it's good.
It's good. That's how I imagine police work back in the day.
It's got to be
honestly.
much more harder than what it is now.
Yeah, definitely, especially without forensic
Right.
forensic
like,
technology.
how do you prove someone guilty and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, you're guilty. Well, how? You don't have anything.
Prove it.
Yeah, and like that's the hard part. Like, it's just prove it.
Just with no DNA, it's so hard. Like, people got away with so much shit.
Yeah, like no shit.
Right. Well, they investigated, and it's amazing how they did, because obviously they found out who did it. So
you gotta have like smart ass people in your team back in the day, probably.
Yeah, like piecing shit together, So they get called to the scene, and then they investigate, and they find the empty bottle of the strychnine, and it's from a local drugstore called Bigelow's, and it's near Bigelow's.
Deuce Bigelow's.
Yes, it's near Bigelow's, and the bottle was near Carol's parking spot.
Okay.
So they investigate this bottle, and they show up to the drugstore and basically start asking routine questions like, do you know who bought this bottle? And they're like, yeah, this lady came in. Her name is Mrs. Joe Williams. She bought the bottle, and here's a clipboard. There's her signature right there. So when asked more questions, the cashier said she wanted to use it to get rid of the gophers at her house. Okay, whatever.
It's normal.
Yeah. So police take the sheet and they hold on to it. So can you guess who their main suspect is?
The neighbor?
It would be Ava.
Oh, the girlfriend.
The wife.
Oh, now the wife. Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. So Ava, her motherfucking self. So everyone was very skeptical of her from the very beginning, because obviously she's the wife, just like the husband did it, the wife did it. Right. So she's the only one with the motive to do it. Plus their relationship wasn't doing very well. And also the clerks at the drugstore told the police, oh yeah, it was her. Like when
just snitched her out.
Yeah,
like, hey,
and when they showed
her.
a picture, it's like, yeah, that's her.
That's her.
Yeah, it's right there. So at first she's like, I'm innocent. This is I had nothing to do with this. I would never poison my husband. How could I ever?
Oh my god.
I would never. And at first it's because the coroner didn't find any evidence of the strychnine that they found at the scene. So they did a second, autopsy, and then they did find the strychnine all of a sudden. So when they went around and building their case, that's when they were doing that. And they ended up speaking to everybody at the party that night, and sure enough, they found a woman, somehow magically, that Ava had bumped into when she was carrying the coffee cup and spilled a little bit on her. And they're like, ma'am, can we test your dress? So they took her dress, they tested it, they found the strychnine, and they arrested Ava.
Oh, pretty hardcore. It's like
Yeah.
unnecessary force, basically.
Yep, and then that's when they reassessed the body too, and then they found out that it did have the poison in it. So only 4 days, this bitch was caught, and she was charged with murder. And
Jeez.
yeah.
4 days.
4 fucking days. Everybody was like, Ava did it. Everybody was like, she did it. She done did it.
She must have had like a lot of enemies. Like everyone must have like hated her
They didn't like her,
for
I
just
guess.
snitching her out like that.
Yeah,
That's pretty
and she,
shady.
I guess, also, like, I guess she was very young-minded and very immature.
Still, everyone snitched you out. Like that's pretty bad.
Exactly. So at her prelim hearing, her preliminary hearing, that's hard to say.
Shit, I just stick with prelims.
The preliminary hearing, about 6,000 people showed up. So this was the fucking talk of the whole town and then some. So they showed up by car, carriage, horseback, and people walked there. So everyone was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, they were all fascinated. Everybody's just flocking. So typically a preliminary hearing only has about 20 people in the room at a time, but they ended up having to do this case outside so that everybody could watch what was happening. Why would you accommodate all those people? It's none of their fucking business.
Seriously.
Like I don't understand that.
Like you gotta cater to like a whole bunch of people.
Literally.
Like host them. Like, hey, you need anything?
Yeah, like
Want some water?
why are you letting that
Food?
happen? But anyway. So while Ava initially had claimed that she was innocent, she ended up changing her plea to guilty at the hearing. Obviously, with everybody behind her being like, "Bitch, you're fucking guilty," and the new evidence that they found. So, and then also because she had a psychological review, and it was found that she had the mental capacity of a child and didn't fully understand the consequences surrounding her actions.
I call bullshit on that.
It was, when you read the letters that she sent to Carol, they are very like young mind, like I told you, childish. Like she has a weird way of dealing with things,
Okay.
Obviously she resorted to murder.
Yeah, seriously.
Because she was frustrated when, like, I mean, you could just get divorced or something.
Fuck it. I'm done.
So yeah, that's why she pled guilty, because obviously Nana was pled guilty by reason of insanity almost. And so what was her reasoning?
Dun, dun,
You might ask me.
Yes, Sam. What was her reasoning? Not you, Toast.
Her reasoning.
Toast is trying to get inside the room.
He's trying to break in. So her reasoning was that she had claimed that he was suffering from suicidal thoughts and PTSD. She said that he constantly talked about death and would threaten to kill himself or slit his own throat. He just didn't have the courage to do it, so she did it for him.
Whoa. She's like, fuck you. You want to die? I'll make it for you. Damn.
She claimed that it was all his idea, including to use a different name to get the poison.
Jeez. Like a whole persona just to get the poison so no one will find out.
Exactly.
But she still got found
Exactly.
out.
So she was sentenced to life in prison, but she was freed after only serving 12 years.
Only 12 years
Only
for
12
killing
years.
someone
Mm-hmm.
with poison at that?
With poison, just because of her mental
That should have been like
instability.
life in prison or death.
Yeah. So obviously the press was all over this case, and as you can tell, it's because 6,000 people came
On this
to
case,
see.
like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, they were all over it. And they dubbed the murder the coffee cup murder.
Like animate.
Yeah, they dubbed it.
Dub, 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 dub.
They called it the coffee cup murder, and that's honestly it. That's a really short one.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow. I was expecting more.
No, that was a really short one because again, it was supposed to be with LB Marvin and Brianna. So
Which we love you and miss you.
yes, we do. That was supposed to be with them, and we made that one like 45 minutes.
I was expecting more than that.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
but that's it.
you better have my Aileen Wurnos one ready.
Yes, well, it's ready. We could do it now, but I'm not sure if you're feeling up to it. Yeah. So that'll be recorded Wednesday, and that will be out to you by next week at the absolute latest, but it should be before then.
Yeah, we can't just give it out all at once.
All right.
Tease it a little.
Yeah, so again, thank you guys for listening to our very short episode.
Yes, thank you for listening to everyone.
A little bonus episode. We thank you. We thank you for telling everybody about us. We thank you for your feedback. We thank you for messaging us.
Again, send up some spooky stuff.
Yeah, or even just
just to like say, hey, how's it going, guys?
Yeah, just reach out to us. We would love to talk to all of you guys. We have no problem with that, especially our friends that we know are
Hello,
listening.
everyone.
Reach out to us, especially because Ozzy's Facebook got hacked.
Yeah, my Facebook got hacked. It's such a depressing moment.
It's all right.
They completely changed everything on my profile, so I can't even get in. There's not even a phone number for Facebook. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's ridiculous, honestly. But imagine how many people would be calling, I'm offended.
True.
Did you see this post?
Yeah, everyone's pretty sus.
They said it's Jesus, but it's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
They're the same people.
You guys have probably seen that meme, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it's everywhere.
All right, guys. So you can find us everywhere, including Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at
Kush Crime.
And you can find us on Patreon at www. How many W's was that? www.patreon.com/
Kush Crime.
And if you would like to see some merchandise,
Let us know what you would like.
you may put something in the comments there
Yes,
somewhere.
somewhere.
Just do
Just
it.
just tell us what you like, and we'll try to make it for you.
Yes.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. I do have this really cute idea that I'll tell you guys about when it's out because I don't want to say anything about it before.
Yeah.
You'll see. You'll
Give
see.
them a little tease.
You'll see about it.
Just a tip. Just a tip.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's it.
All right.
Thank you guys for listening.
Bye. Adios, amigos.
Adios and stay lifted.
Litty.
Lifted. Lifted.